let me introduce the science, this process, now which we are going to do. The exact 16 sounds which awakens these same lines into your brain, in your cognition, which makes that 42 powers awakened. I am going to use those 16 sounds and literally program your biomemory and muscle memory with those 16 sounds. See, all this, the traditional dress, ashram dress, it is all directly helping you to support the process. So, the weight of the clothes should sit only on the left shoulder. It should not sit on the right shoulder. If it sits on the right shoulder, body heat will increase tremendously. Your lungs will feel suffocated. If it sits on the left shoulder, only then lungs won't feel suffocated. It will constantly keep itself cool. And especially that Vaishnavite structure of worshipping and all that is completely that. See, Vishnu, because he is in the Milky Ocean and everything related to Vishnu will be cool. So that's why Tulasi, not to catch cold. Shiva, the whole thing is cool, that the Kailasa, everything. But he himself is a very high active heat. That's why Baal, to cool it. Baal will cool. The whole thing is related to this. See, now let me restrict myself only to this process. Let me not get into the whole thing. I am not expecting any cooperation from your mind. So you do not need to presume you need to be very silent, peaceful, meditating. You don't have to presume any of that. You don't have to imagine any of that. I am making it very clear. I am not expecting any cooperation from your mind. I am only expecting cooperation from your body. Means sit holding the yantra, don't scratch yourself, don't hurt yourself, like that housekeeping kind of level. That level cooperation only I am expecting from you. Nothing more than that. If at all I expect any cooperation, it is all just simple housekeeping level, which you can physically do, which you can do it using your body. Nothing else is required. So you do not have to have any stress. I free you from all psychological demand. No psychological demand. And just be free. You are going to be spending some time sitting, like when you spend time rarely seeing the sunset, or sitting in your rose garden, or just sitting with the books, not even reading, seeing pictures. Now that is one of my hobby. I have beautiful photographic books of all the temples. Lot of temples, pictorial books. I'll be sitting and watching all those temples. So how you casually spend? I tell you, if you have your own library and your own garden, you have everything you need. The garden which you love, where you spend time, and the library which you love, where you spend time. So how you spend time there? Like that, just sit. You don't have to plan. And if you are tensed, okay, be tensed. If you are relaxed, okay, be relaxed. I am not expecting any psychological cooperation from you. And you don't have to presume that you are supposed to be in any specific way. When I am chanting those 16 syllables, you may feel the shooting pains in the body, which will be getting released. It's like the hot flash kind of a thing. But it will not give you any suffering. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. If you are having knee pain, suddenly you will see in the knee hot flash kind of a thing, a kind of a needle entering or that kind of feelings, but it will disappear immediately. These 16 sounds, they are not even a described syllable. Please understand, it is not like A, B. It is not like a defined separate letters. It will be like a. So it may be sometimes like a mixture of A and E off. So it is a 16 sound, not 16 syllable actually. That's the truth. It's a 16 sound, not 16 syllable. So those sounds I am going to use very intensely. Those 16 sounds form the basis of your cognition. Listen. Your cognition of love, joy, insecurity, bliss, fear, good, bad, right, wrong, all that starts in your cognition. You see that all the things you cognize get triggered in your cognition with these 16 sounds. For example, anything you experience in your life, good, bad, world, large, small, anything, it has to get triggered in your cognition, in your inner space. It should get triggered. For example, the moment that I utter the sound, tiger, immediately some kind of a fear, mixed fear with insecurity, those, all that gets triggered. The moment that form is triggered by this sound. So everything in your life gets triggered in your inner space only from this 16 sound. The mixture of this 16 sound is the source of all cognition in your life. All of you are able to understand what I am saying? So, I may be just cutting into many of your pains, pleasures, good, bad, right, wrong, into many of those things through this 16 sound and melting them away. It's not that I am going to cut and let the body remain with you. See, the moment I utter the word cow, immediately you get the visualization of that leg, the animal with 4 legs, 1 tail, 2 horn, and the mild feeling. Okay, it gives milk, and good, not harming. Kind of whatever ideas you have recorded with that visualization comes up, that cognition. The moment I utter the word snake, all the cognition you have recorded with that sound comes up. So the 16 syllable is the source sounds from which you learn cognition. See, the cognition itself is learned, whether you are a French person, Spanish person, Tamilian, or a Telugu, Gujarati, whatever may be your mother tongue. But the 16 sound only creates waves where the cognition happens in you. The combination of this 16 sound is the source of all your biomemory and muscle memory. The combination of this 16 sound can instill many powers in you, can cure many of your powerlessness. As I said, if you don't have anything to ask from king, you are king. If you don't have anything to ask from God, you are God. This 16 syllable pushes you to that space of being God. Anything you want, you know how to manifest. So you don't feel like asking anybody else to manifest for you. That is what is called Ishwaratva. Ishwaratva. Please understand. Mahadeva achieved Ishwaratva through the Shodasi. Mahadeva achieved Ishwaratva through the science of Shodasi. 16 sounds. And whenever the Mahadeva's incarnations happen, they always use only these 16 sounds and achieve their original state back. Whether it is Adi Shankara or Ramana Maharishi or Ramakrishna, whenever Mahadeva's expression happens, it is always these 16 sounds. Jnana Sambandar or Adi Shankara or Lagulisha of Gujarat and Shankara of Kaladi, Jnana Sambandar of Sirgari, or Ramana Maharishi of Tiruvannamalai, or Ramakrishna of Calcutta, or Nithyananda of Arunachala. It finally, it is only these 16 sounds are used to remember the original state of their existence. The Shivoham is reminded. Say, for example, the early morning lucid dream reminds you of your original state and you wake up. How many of you understand what I am saying? Same way, this 16 syllable will remind you of your original state, you will wake up. It is the lucid dream of Mahadeva. That's the exact definition I will give about these 16 sounds. See, for example, in the dream, you will not completely remember about you, but you will remember half about you. And then you will feel like, let me pick up my teacup and drink. Then in the side corner of your eyes, you will see your husband. Immediately you will remember your whole you, your husband, daughter, kids, family. And you will remember who you are and you will wake up. How many of you are able to relate with what I am saying? This 16 syllable will lucidly remind few powers like what you think will become reality, what is going to happen, you will remember. These few powers, that is the lucid dream. And suddenly you will occupy, hey, I am the source of all the powers. You will wake up to assert your authority, your right, your originality from which you forgot and slept. So these 16 sounds can cause tons of powers in you, tons of miracles in you. And you are not needed to mentally cooperate. You are only needed to physically cooperate. You are only requested to physically be available. And you don't even have to plan. You have to remember all these 16 syllables and repeat and all. Don't worry. You don't need to repeat. You don't need to repeat. It will actually be programmed. You will be just singing that. Means it will be just vibrating in you, reverberating in you.
Nithyananda Swamiji. About 24 years ago, I had been to Rajarajeswari temple in Kailas Ashram and I met Tiruchi Swamigal. When I closed my eyes, continuously I saw him with his big kumkum, white dhoti and blessing. Good. And I saw deity there with lotus.
Blessings.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Swamiji. During that Shambhavi,
He was initiated into Sri Vidya by Kuppammal. There is a recorded evidence he receiving Sri Vidya from Kuppammal, Vibhudanandapuri.
during the energy darshan, can I keep my
Yes, you can keep the yantra. Tell. Oh, you are asking that as a question. Yes, that is okay.
Pranam Swamiji, what does this initiation mean for all of us, Swamiji?
Your cognition now is going to be eaten by these 16 sounds. So, whole brain will now start getting reorganized as a Sri Yantra, which awakens these 43 powers in you. I have put the seed now. That itself is too much. So that is why I am settling all you guys. For the seed not to get rejected by your biomemory, saying that this is anti-component or it is too powerful component for me to digest, so I am settling it down so that that rejection doesn't happen. Now it will start growing in you as part of you. See, sometimes if the seed is too big, the land gets frightened. I am not letting that happen.
Swamiji, Gautama remembers Gautama's uncle, who is a Paramahamsa. He actually we used to sing kirtans with that, some similar to that.
See, the Trishadi Stotra has 15 syllables in that. And there are some stotras called Panchadasi stotras, means Panchadasa Dasakshari. 15 syllables will be there. But 16th will never be. 16th is never sung or written, spoken.
Can we sing that as kirtan, Swami?
Those kirtans
Not the 16.
Without 16th you can do anything.
Maybe 2 questions. One, why we cannot chant that 16th one?
16th one you can chant for yourself. When you become enlightened, when I put you in the throne as Shankaracharya, you can initiate others.
Maybe one more thing. Avoid when you are hitting this, ears are paining too much.
But there is no speaker here. Understand? There is no speaker here. So sound is coming from there only and eating. So don't worry, it's okay. But there is no speaker here. You understand? Only sound is created here, but it is not sent to your ears. Here there is no speaker, don't worry.
Swamiji, today suddenly laugh came and head became very hot, even though it is very hot.
That is okay, good.
Swamiji, it's one of these rare occasions that I was actually moved. I was wondering if we could have another session. Reason being.
No, don't worry, we are going to work 3 more days with this 16th syllable.
Particularly the sound at the end. It was the most extraordinary experience, and it didn't last long enough.
That is what. See, usually your inner space will be afraid of something very powerful entering you.
Oh yeah, but it was so powerful I could have sustained it.
That is what I am saying. We will be doing at least 3 more days we will be working, so don't worry.
But could I ask you towards the end, the sound, that we make it somewhat longer?
Sure. See, it is not like I want to make short or long. It is just the whole being, how much is able to receive I am delivering. And I am also delivering in such a way that you don't get frightened. And see, when you are talking to me, you say, no, I can take it. But it is not that is not the response from your inner space. That is why you even feel that I have to catch it. It's too much. And you see, in the first session, you guys got this much itself is a great thing. So don't worry. Just bless yourself. you are very more than qualified. So don't worry about it.
Swamiji.
You see, some of the major things which can be a small hindrance like a construction sound, we stopped. This coughing, this, that, don't worry. Which side?
Swamiji.
Go ahead.
During the process, Ashad saw Devi worshipping Linga and even her Kundalini was awakening.
Good
Swamiji.
darshan. Which side?
Swamiji, right? Swamiji. Swamiji, I saw those two small serpents in the shape of Kundalini coil, and it became one big serpent and came and swallowed me. Is
That is exactly described in Patanjali as the form of Kundalini. You are right.
So it came and swallowed me. Swamiji, one more question. If, like every day in the energy darshan, if we had personal questions, we used to write it and submit to you, right? Can we submit every day? Like, I have some personal questions to ask you.
When we have the next darshan, submit.
Okay.
Swamiji?
Yes.
Swamiji? Thank you very much for the wonderful experience yesterday also and today. Yesterday I couldn't speak, that is why. Yesterday, we in my mother's place, we do this Lalita Upasana, my mother has been doing for 50 years. I am learning from her. I learned and I'm also continuing that. So we always go to Mookambikai temple. And there, that Swayambhu Linga is covered with that Meru, this thing. That during the session, that lifted up and
It is not actually Swayambhu Linga, it's a Swayambhu Devi.
Devi in Linga form. And when it lifted, that Linga has got a golden
Swarna Regai.
Rekhe. From there, the golden rays came and sat inside the Anandagandha Swami.
That deity was installed by Adi Shankara.
Adi Shankara, yes.
And there is a Sri Chakra Pratishtha there.
Yes, yes, Swami. And last night also, as you said, you will come and dream or something. I felt you were beside my bedside, and that near that Anandagandha, that Sri Chakra was
so many people have already started reporting. How many saw me in the dream? Wow, so many dreams I was there. That's nice to see. Good.
And today now, Swami, and I saw you sitting as Rajarajeshwari, and with all the Abharana and Alankara.
Great.
Thank you very much, Swami.
Tathastu. Yes, go ahead.
Swamiji, I wanted to share that I experienced yantra speaking. Yantra speaking.
Go ahead.
No, that's all I have shared, that yantra was speaking.
So you saw yantra was speaking to you?
Yes.
That's good. Because it is intelligence, it's energy. Good.
Thank you.
Swamiji. Swamiji, so I just have a question. Kundalini Shakti is Shiva and Shakti, both the male and female energy, when it awakens. And when it awakens, that's the enlightenment. And that's the only way to get enlightenment.
What I'm saying, when the Kundalini reaches the Sahasrara, it is enlightenment.
Okay.
And I want to say, I don't want to say this is the only path, but in any path Kundalini awakens.
So Mahavir also did the same.
Everyone, in any path Kundalini is awakened.
Nithyananda Bhagavan, here I am. Thank you very much for this beautiful experience, Bhagavan. When you were saying the different mantras, different parts of the chakras were vibrating distinctly. I mean, like when for a particular sound, only that chakra was getting activated. Thank you very much, Swami.
It's about the process. Feeling very, very heavy and like pulsating and like almost like nauseous. It's normal.
That is good. No problem. Once I have the time, enough time, till January 13th, for you to stand up and become responsible. Responsibility is not delivering something, it is a consciousness. It's a decision. It's not delivery, it is a decision. The moment you take the decision, you will fill yourself into that, and the delivery is a side effect.
Swamiji.
Yes.
Yes, Swamiji. When we go back, can we internally chant the 16 syllables?
Yes. You don't even have to chant actually. You will see it is just getting vibrated in you. See, when those 16 are chanted, you will have that like a attack on different 16 spots. Even if you just remember those spots, you will see that that spot is chanting that sound.
And because of all the noise that was going on, I couldn't catch all the...
Don't worry, it is done purposely so that that syllable gets into your system. You will get to hear the syllables also, don't worry.
Thanks, Swamiji.
Swamiji.
You don't need to remember, don't worry.
Swamiji, just yesterday I spoke to Neela and I said, I'm going to ask Swamiji for Sri Vidya. And you gave it to me today. I just can't believe it. It was just, when you said this morning, the satsang, I said, I thought, I think Swamiji heard me or something like that. And Swamiji,
you are constantly heard. Understand? You are constantly heard.
Swamiji, how do we proceed from this to go ahead?
You don't need to proceed actually. That Sri Vidya is independently intelligent enough to proceed itself. See, I am not putting the dead seed so that you need to pour water and fertilizer, chemical, pesticide, and put a fence, defend, let it grow. I am putting a living seed which is already sprouted and which is capable of defending itself and protect itself and growing itself and giving you the fruit by itself. You just have to open your mouth for the fruit to fall into your mouth and just close the mouth after the fruit falls into your mouth and taste it.
Swamiji, so by the time we leave here, we will know how to all the sounds too?
Yes, you can. You will know. Don't worry. Actually, you may not need to do something separately. I am telling you guys. Even if you chant 10 million times, what will happen? I am making it happen just by inserting it into your being. See, if you chant 10 million times, then it will reach your skin level. If you chant billion times, it will reach your muscle memory level. If you chant trillion times, it will reach your biomemory level. I am inserting it in your biomemory. I am just lifting the below, the bottom. See how if the cushions are put, the lowest cushion I am lifting and inserting the Sri Chakra into it. Over.
Swamiji, just curious, right after the process, I noticed the yantra got heated. I thought it was due to my body heat, but it's been like half an hour, it's still hot.
Good. Good.
Swamiji, to the back. Before the process started, there was a very heaviness in the chest, and after settling down, now I'm having the same thing as it heavy.
It will become all right. Don't worry. It is just...
Sounds scare me. And so when you were making the sounds, I got so frightened again, and I'm sitting here and I'm crying and I'm scared and I'm trying to plug my ears because I don't want to hear the sounds. Am I interfering with the process by having all this fear come up?
Don't worry. This fear also I'll burn it.
Okay.
That is also just a chaotic sound only. I'll clear it.
Thank you, Swamiji.
The sound you use to accompany the syllabus
Go ahead.
has different type of frequencies. So I was concentrated about the frequency of the sound
yes,
also.
actually, you see, you don't even need to concentrate on that.
Because
the sound I am using I have no equivalent syllable even in Sanskrit.
But the sound, the syllables, are they inside through different chakras?
Yes.
And
they
the
directly work on
frequency-
different chakras.
And the low sound goes through the low chakras, or is no relation between
I
low
can say,
frequency?
no. I can say if you have a patterns, it will go to the lower chakras. Otherwise, it will not go.
Swamiji, so this 16th sound, if I make it, really the person next to me can't hear it. Only I can hear.
No,
that
no,
right?
not like that. 15 letters you can hear, others can hear. 16th letter no one will be able to hear.
Yeah, only me. Or my
Yes,
idea.
16th letter only you will be able to hear. But in my case, I am converting that into a vibration and sending it all of you, so you all can hear. Not as a through ears, but something happening in you.
Thank you.
See, the first 15 letter, first 15 sound can be heard even by the ears. The 16th you will only feel it. You may not hear it. Please go ahead.
Swamiji, when I was sleeping yesterday night, in the midnight, without my knowledge, I shouted and got up, Swamiji.
That
I
is
don't know
okay.
why, Swamiji.
Nightmare, getting cleansed. So much happening now, so much boiling, cleaning, all this happening now. Don't worry. Yes, go ahead.
Swamiji, since all our reactions, whether they're good or bad, comes from the recorded sounds within, are you saying that these 16 sounds, they are the sounds of good? We are infusing ourselves with these sounds?
Let me tell you. They are the source sounds. When you have that source strongly, you do not allow bad to be recorded or bad to be active in you. In that way, they lead you to more and more powerfulness and good. That's all.
So it's infusing. Thank you.
But they themselves do not have the quality of good or bad. They are source.
Swamiji here. The Sri Chakra lines, they represent the cosmic geometry. What about Meru, Swamiji?
Meru is the 3 dimension of Sri Chakra, that's all.
Thank you.
It's a 3D of Sri Chakra.
Swamiji, Swamiji, if this
Swamiji,
yes.
During this process, are there chemical reaction going on or just toxin released?
Can you? I can say there is a chemical reaction also. If you have acidity, it will just be raised to the peak and it will be healed. If you have ulcers, it will start getting healed. There is a very powerful chemical reaction of healing of the body happening. Toxins getting released. You will have so much of stomach cleaning and toxins getting cleaned and a very big healing chemical reaction.
But it's very high, isn't it? I noticed that I wear the gold chain, which one doesn't do anything, and I have, each evening, I have a stain.
It will become all right. It will become all right in 1 or 2 days. Don't worry.
It's not, but it's just showing up. Thank you.
Swamiji?
Yes.
Back.
Say, I am working on your body, literally like your body is getting cooked.
Swamiji?
Getting purified. Which side?
Swamiji,
Go ahead.
can you explain the word cognition once more with context to before and after Shivoham?
Cognition means how you perceive you and world and others. For example, if you strongly perceive you can fly, you can actually fly. If you strongly perceive you can swim, you can actually swim. It is your perception about you decides everything. So, the cognition means perception about you.
So after Shivoham, it will be
What
completely
I am
changed.
saying, that before Shivogam, your perception about you is always impossible. After Shivogam, whatever you want, you just know it is possible. Whether you want it or not, you may decide. But there won't be impossibility standing between you and the reality. Go ahead.
Here. So if you're working on our bodies, that means that our default futures are going to be changed as well.
Yes.
And all those destructive programs, self-destructive, etc., that's going to be...
All that will be cleared. You will not have self-destructive patterns because of the 16 sounds getting purified into you.
So that means also that our so-called default, whatever, destiny is going to be different.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Swamiji, what does the 16 sound means?
There is no separate meaning for that, ma. It is a source sound. From that 16 only, all the combination of letters, sounds, everything comes.
Swamiji.
I have a question about the cigarette addiction. Last night, after everything was done, some feeling came to me, and I felt like it's the same feeling I used to get when I used to say, I'm going to smoke. So I got a little worried. Is this part of the process is normal?
But you did not smoke, na?
I didn't.
That is what. So it did not come up strongly. It has lost power over you.
Yeah, it was for like a minute or something.
Yes.
If a source is the 16 sounds,
Yes.
what is silence?
The 16th sound is silence.
What about Om, Swamiji? Is it a combination of the 16?
No. In the Om, all the 16 merges. See, whenever you know this person will not do any crime, harm you or your wealth, you should not even have second thought in hosting them, entertaining them. That is the principle of Aditi Devo Bhava. See, whoever you know, he will not harm. Take the risk of hosting them, supporting them when they are visiting your place, giving food, or at least one day stay. It may be little inconvenience. But I tell you, this Aditi Devo Bhava does so much of healing in you. See, if you don't know them and there is a possibility they may steal or harm you, don't allow. I am not asking you to take that risk. But if you know them, even you are sure that somebody has given the reference that there won't be any harm to you, never deny because of your personal comfort reasons, food or stay, hosting. See, all this, I am not aiming and talking only to NRIs. I am telling them because they have lost it. But I am telling the whole world. Most of you from the Western society, you have not lost your family name. It's nice you keep that family name and all that. And the elders. But unfortunately, this NRIs have become orphans. The cultural orphans, identity orphans. That is why I am continuously aiming at them and telling them. So always keep this as a, see, all Indian village houses will have a place called Thinnai, veranda. That veranda is specially to host the people whom we don't know, but we don't want to deny. Even if there is a risk, they will not say no hosting them in veranda. See, if they know there is no risk, they will take them inside the house. If they know there is a risk, they will host them at least in veranda and give them food. So never deny hosting due to your personal comforts. You can deny only if you feel, if you suspect there may be a danger for you or your wealth. Keep this always as a decision-making point. And I tell you, so much good will happen to you. I have seen in my life, the people who have that feeling of Aditi Devo Bhava, they do not suffer with attachment with the wealth. I tell you, wealth will give you equal amount of suffering when it is not there and when it is there. Wealth will give you equal amount of suffering. The same amount of suffering, what it gives you when it is not there, when it is there, if you are wrongly clinging to it, if you have wrong concepts to it. And this Aditi Devo Bhava, all this will heal you from the wrong clinging. It will heal you from wrong clinging. With all pride I can tell, my Gurukul is the only school where kids don't steal. I can challenge and tell. Advait, have you ever had a single complaint of stealing among the kids? Otherwise, kids will always have the problem of, he stole my rubber, he stole my pencil, he stole my hair clip, she stole my sundaravadam. And for sannyasis, the rule is next level. Anything anybody asks which you own, you can't say no. That is aparigraha. That's for sannyasis. But for grihasthas, that doesn't apply. Whenever there is no harm, never deny hosting or supporting because of your small personal inconveniences. Oh, if I host this fellow tomorrow morning, he will wake up 4 o'clock and do some puja. I will get up only 10 o'clock. Before 10, I cannot get up and I have to switch on the geyser for him and I have to make a breakfast for him. Let all this never be a reason for denial. You have only one reason you can use for denying, that is harm to your person or wealth. Manu says very clearly, other than this, you can't have any reason denying hosting, the possibility for hosting somebody. If you don't host anybody, you are a hostage of wealth. Wealth is having you as a hostage, understand? If you don't host anybody, wealth is having you as a hostage. And you are not living it, that is living you. See, when you suspect there may be a harm to the person or wealth, then no need to host. Then you have the freedom. So keep all these simple things alive in your life. You will see so much completion, so much fulfillment happens. The habit my family had, the family in which I was born and brought up, the habit they had of hosting everyone has enriched me and strengthened me so much. Enriched me and strengthened me so much. Because variety of people I will see. There are some people my family will be hosting who will come and boss around, but still my mother will not say, don't come next time. I had the darshan of all the different characters because of my mother's hosting habit. Not only my mother, even my father's mother, even she. I had the fortune of coming in contact with so many types of cartoons, characters, good, bad. It has added so much of richness to me, coming in contact with all types of people. That will happen only if your family is a family of hosting people. If you are not that kind of a family, you will never grow so much. A hosting family and a traveling personality, these two gives you so much completion about life. Fortunately, I had both. A hosting family and traveling personality. See, most of your bodies are, you guys have a stamina, but not power. See, power is something related to the strength of your internal organs, ability to digest, the kidney's ability to purify, liver's ability to support and disintegrate the food into energy. That is power. Now these sounds awaken those powers first. But your bodies, most of your bodies I am seeing, all you guys have so much stamina, like you can run, jump, swim. That stamina is okay, but the power is very, very, very low because of the modern day food and lifestyle, the beliefs you have about you. You think if you have the muscles, you are a healthy person. But you don't think your digestion capacity only makes you healthy. The wrong concepts about health has been fed into your system. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. Be blissful.